In this episode, we hope that the wet weather holds off as we start tackling some tracks and heading deeper into the high country. We check out some old machinery and even get lucky enough to stay in an old hut. Welcome back. Last time I left you guys up on top of a mountain, but since then I've made my way over a couple more and I've ended up at this flat. This is Native Dog Flat. Now, I've been held up here for a couple of days now because it has just not stopped raining. If you're new here, my name is Jesse. I'm usually accompanied by my dog Freya, but she sat this one out, which I'm sure she would probably be happy about because she gets to snuggle up on a couch at home and I'm stuck out here in 6-degree weather while it's raining. Today, it's meant to clear up. It's not meant to rain all day, it's only meant to be in the morning, and then we're meant to be partly cloudy with no rain for the rest of the week, hopefully. So I'm going to pack up this morning, and the plan is to head along Native Cat Track. On the maps it does say you should only do it in dry weather, so we'll see how it goes. We might not be able to do it, but my guesses are it's probably not that bad, and I'm sure we're capable of doing it in the wet. But first, let's get some breakfast and a coffee. I can't close the zipper. Oh, these are frozen. Man. So we've just pulled onto Native Cat Track. There is a sign just here saying dry conditions, 4-wheel drive only, and it's graded difficult. The fact that it's been raining here for the last 2 days non-stop, we might have a bit of a challenge for today. But also, they might rate these a bit harder than what they need to. So, we're going nice and slow because I've just seen half a dozen wild horses cross the track in front of me. I highly doubt I'm going to be able to get close enough. They're probably just, yeah, it looks like they're already gone. Man, that'd be really cool to get some photos or at least some videos for you guys, but they crossed just here in front of me and I can't see them anymore. They are gone. Here, horsey! So the main road that I was travelling on a couple of days ago, I did read on Facebook that it is meant to be known for having wild brumbies on it. So I was considering continuing along that road today instead of taking this one to try and find some of those wild brumbies. But I thought taking this track to try and get a bit more of a challenge would be a bit more fun. It's been kind of disappointing, hasn't it? Man, those horses are gone. I don't know where they went. Bummer. Speaking of wild horses though, this morning just as I was getting out of bed, one singular horse came trotting past my campsite. Now I didn't have time to get my camera or anything out, but I did have my phone on me. Well, we've officially made it to the highest point of this track. I didn't know this was here. I just seen a side track, so I went off the main track, came along here 100 meters or so, and found this point. So I'd say that this is the highest point on this track. Now there was a little bit of a view that way only a couple minutes ago, and then this cloud's just rolled in and destroyed that. Well, I was just taking some photos and the sun decided to come back out. So now you guys can see this view. How awesome is that? Oh no! That one got muddy. That was the first muddy one we've had. And I decided to put my arm out the window. God damn it. It's all over my arm. And the camera. The camera's covered. That's funny. Oh my god, there's a baby. I don't know how well you guys can see. Oh man. They're gone. I hit the brakes and turned my car off as soon as I seen that horse down there to try and not scare them. But sadly, they still took off. So we finished the native cat track a little while back, and then we had to make our way down a main road for a little bit. We've now turned off that main road again, and we are on Garran Point track. This is definitely a bit of a less used track, but so far it's been pretty good. It's had the way I'm going, it's had a pretty steep descent, which was quite long. So we're just going along these random little tracks to try and find our way to this winch. There is a main road there, but we're trying to avoid that. We don't want to take no boring main road. And that sun's finally come out too. This track had no warning on it. Like the last one said it was a very difficult track, blah, blah, blah. This one had no warning. Yet this track would be much more of a challenge to come up than the last track. If this was wet, I'd be in trouble. It is obviously a tiny bit wet, but this is quite dry compared to everywhere else I've been. They need to put a warning on this track. This is 10 times worse than the last one. But I can't really stop on this hill and get you guys different camera angles, so this one's just gonna have to do. I didn't want to get in this rut, but that stump, this massive stump right here has left me no choice. Well, now the stump's in the rut. That stump might allow me to drive out of this rut now. Well, the back's going in. I'm just gonna have to like crab walk this rut. I couldn't reverse because inside that rut there, I was just spinning, being a little bit wet. Well, I wanted a bit of a challenge today, and if it's going to be anything like coming in here, getting out is going to be a challenge. It's actually terrifying. Way out's pretty gnarly. Alright, so we have pulled up at our first hut of the high country. Oh, now I've got mud on my pants from getting out. Damn it. The roads in here are pretty muddy, as you can imagine, after having a few days of rain. Got to be careful on them because it does catch you out, these random bits of mud, and you can start just sliding across the road. Because it kind of looks like the rest of the road, like it's all just brown, but some of it, like this spot here, is really, really slippery. And if you're not paying attention, before you know it, you'll be in the trees. Anyway, this is Moscow Villa. I don't know if we're allowed in here. Are we allowed in? Check that out. Oh, it's even got it upstairs. I'm going to get a torch. That's sick. What? That's cool. We could stay in here for the night. Realistically, I could empty the mattress out of my tent and sleep in here. Let's go see if we can find some wood. There is this little bit here. We might be able to get away with using some of that. We're going to go look at a nearby camp. See if we can get any wood. Just back across that bridge there's another camp. We'll go scout around that and see if there's any wood over there. It's another little hut. This one's tiny, but that one would be much easier to heat up. And probably better for me to sleep in. Let's be honest. But there's less wood here. It'd be easier for me to take this wood to the big hut. It is getting very cold tonight, which is another reason why we should pull up in here. It's getting down to 1, supposedly. 1 degree. Come on, just break. There we go. All right, so This is my bed for the night. Just a bench here, and I just brought my my blanket in, and well, that's what we're going to sleep on. Well, to be honest, that wasn't too bad of a sleep. I was more comfortable than I thought I was going to be. It was a little bit cold, but honestly it wasn't too bad. If I had a sleeping bag, it would have been perfectly fine because I could just feel the cold from the floor coming up through the wood. Other than that, I was perfectly fine. I did get up once throughout the night to try and keep this fire going, and it did die down a lot, but just had to stoke a little bit and chuck the last little bit of wood I had on there. I did go outside, find a little bit more just to get it going again, because it's pretty cold outside. So it would be nice to come back and warm up by this while I pack stuff away. I tell you what, as cold as it is outside, it's a cracker of a day. How good is this? Blue skies, sun is shining. It's going to be a good day. Well, as for that, lovely sun is up. We're going to go for a bit of a walk. I was planning on just leaving here this morning, but I've been told that this is a pretty decent walk. So we're going to go see what's along here before we leave today. This is nice. This is a nice walk, and it's actually probably even better that I'm doing it on a nice cold morning. That sun's just coming up over there, putting a really nice light down in here, and then warming up all that moisture, creating that steam. It's absolutely awesome to look at. So beautiful. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. I think we can make our way around here. Feels still pretty stable. There's a tree underneath it. So I think we can still get over this and not hurt ourselves. Oh, there's a big gap up there, but... Yeah. There's another massive hole here. It's got to be made by an animal, right? Massive hole. Alright, so a couple walks done. Now let's get out of here and go find this winch that I was meant to go find yesterday. Alright, we're at the Washington winch. Now, I said something about this being the only steam-powered engine left like this in the world that's still rigged up to work. I don't know if that means it will actually still work, but apparently it is rigged up to work. You can open this. Huh. Pretty cool to see it work. So this was imported from the US in the 1920s, and it was used to winch logs up this steep hill here onto the road so they could load trucks. It's surprising that this stuff still moves. I wonder if someone could make it run. Howdy. Well guys, that'll do it for this one. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and come back next week because I got some cracker spots lined up.